Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey everybody, welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Oh man, I'm not good enough. I should just quit.
Hey, you!
What? Me?
Yes, you! Over here in the mirror.
Wait a minute, how'd you get in?
Never mind all that malarkey. Look over here in the mirror. Tell me what you see.
This is weird.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Give it a try.
Okay. I just see my stupid face.
Oh, stop all that flim-flam and give it a closer look. Really look this time.
Oh, jeez. All right. Wait.
Yes. What do you see?
I see. I see. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Oh, dear God, I've created a monster.
One of these times I just want to leave the intro for the whole show and just be like, nope, that's it. Apologies to Dolly Parton and Whitney Houston for Mumford's rendition of the song. But hey, it's not really supposed to be good. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about self-love, if you couldn't tell from the beginning. It sounds kind of ridiculous, you know. You might be saying to yourself, I don't want to talk about self-love. I don't come here to be all lovey-dovey with myself. But you know what? I'm here to tell you that the older I get, the more self-love becomes really important. Not just, just to get by day to day, but, getting over certain damage that's been done to you or traumas and, really just getting to love your work and getting to, have more confidence in your work and getting your work out there. It is crucial. So we are going to devote some time to it. Get your tissues out, get your blanket out, put on a warm fire, and snuggle up for this episode about self-love. Welcome back to NPR. You're listening to Self-Love with Preston M. Smith. Oh man, we're having fun with this one. No, my name is not correct for NPR. It has to sound like a dessert or something like, hi, I'm Cherry Glazer. But, hey, we'll push forward. So we're having fun, but you know what? It's true. Self-love is very important. It's something that I'm trying to get reconnected with right now. I've been having some dark times, some times where I haven't been really, trusting myself or some of the people around me. And, it takes you down. It can really bring you down, and it can bring your art down, and it can bring down, your confidence levels as far as what you're putting out there into the world and how you feel like you're being received. So I know us artists are sensitive people. Insert Marvin Gaye here. But yeah, we get kind of sidetracked. We are very in tune with how people see us and how people treat us and how we've been treated in the past. And a lot of us have some damage there, and it kind of is what drove us into being an artist. And that can be very powerful because it helps us to express ourselves and to affect other people by being honest with those emotions and with what we've been through and putting that out there in an art form and having that be cathartic for other people. And I know for me, it's cathartic. I just did an Obama and how can they be cathartic for other people? But, it really is cathartic for other people, and it's cathartic for other artists. And how do we keep ourselves in tune with that and, not sabotage ourselves so we can keep creating that way and keep, accessing that side of ourselves? Well, I really think we have to do that through self-love, and we have to devote some time to self-love. I'm calling this, I think, a love affair with yourself, because it's really the first love affair you should have. And it's something that we all hear. You hear it, or you see it on bumper stickers, you see it on a t-shirt, or you hear it in some corny song or whatever. But, it's the fucking truth. Like, you have to really, cut out all the noise and think about if that's honestly true for you. And you know what? It's true for me. I feel it. I know it. And I think when I get off track, a lot of times it's because I'm off track with that. It's because I'm not really putting myself first. It's not like putting yourself first in a narcissistic, selfish way. It's just coming from a place of self-love first, because that dictates the decisions you're going to be making in your art and in your career and in your life and with just your people, whoever your people are. If you're not coming from a place of self-love first, then you're either people pleaser, or you're just trying to be liked, or you're doing it out of guilt, or whatever it is. There's so many different options I can give you. There's so many scenarios that I can give you. But I think the main thing is to develop a practice with this, like you'd have with a gratitude practice. Look in the mirror at the beginning of the day and spend some time just, it sounds stupid, but like smiling at yourself, stand up straight, look at yourself in the mirror, find some things that you like about yourself, get connected with some of the things that you've done well, or that you are going to do well, or you've done well in the past, and, let those carry you on into your day. And, that's going to affect not only your decisions, but it's going to affect your art. I'm not saying you got to go so far as to be so in love with yourself that you're not accessing whatever those emotions are. Like if you paint, for example, from a place of darkness, like you really access raw emotions like I do, and dark emotions and things that have affected you in the past. I'm not saying do some sort of phony self-love where you're like, I don't feel that way anymore. That's not what I mean. Sometimes the purest form of self-love is allowing yourself to access those emotions and to get them out and to express them, either to express them to people or express them on canvas, or, with a photograph or through sculpture, whatever your medium is, being able to allow yourself to access those emotions and get them out there. That is self-love. That's allowing yourself, almost like you would in a therapy session, to surgically get in there and find those places where you hurt, or where you've been hurt, or just where you're feeling some angst, or some societal, political unrest, those feelings that you have, accessing those and allowing yourself to get them out there and express them in like a legitimate and honest way. That's self-love too. It's not just being like, oh my God, I love everything. And that's not what I mean. Self-love is allowing yourself to not bottle up these things inside, and not just take shit from people, and not just take shit from the world, but to process it in a healthy way. So, that's important. Sometimes this can come in the form of setting boundaries with people. Somebody's doing something to you that is not healthy. There's something that is maybe, keeping you down, keeping your confidence level down, making you not be yourself authentically. I've had that personally recently, and I've had to kind of come from a place of self-love and set my own boundaries moving forward to a place where I can just go, okay, I'm not going to allow this to happen to myself. I'm not going to allow this to keep happening to myself, because the ramifications of that last a long time, and they bleed in over to other parts of your life. How I treat my other loved ones, or how I treat my wife, or how I treat, the studio session, however it is. If I'm allowing myself to set boundaries and to express myself and say, this is not okay, what you're doing, that's also coming from a place of self-love. Self-love can also mean allowing yourself to feel confident about your work, allowing yourself to see beauty in what you're doing, even in the mistakes that you're making in the studio. A lot of people are very self-critical, and criticism has its place, obviously. Criticism can push you to do better work and to push yourself to a new level. But just be careful, that you're not getting to that place where your inner critic is becoming a bully and saying, oh, your work is just shit. Everything you do is crap. Why do you even try? Don't put this out online. Nobody's going to like it. They're all going to make fun of you. They're going to laugh at it, blah, 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 so on and so forth. No, a critic is good as far as to be like, okay, you've done better work, or, oh, I see what you're trying to do here. Let's push this a bit further. Let's go a bit deeper. Let's take this in another direction. But it's okay to look at a session afterwards and go, oh man, you know what? I gave it my all there. At least this element of this piece is really good. I see potential here. Or hey, this piece is really fucking good. You know what I mean? That's okay too. And feel good about your work and put it out there online, because that confidence and that self-love is infectious. And I think it really does. It's like you're infusing that into your work and it becomes more powerful. The more you really believe in yourself and the more you love your work and your process, it's just, it becomes more tangible, I think, in the work. So these are all very important things. And I'm not saying it's super easy. I'm not saying if you're having problems with that, or if you're in a bad place, or in a bad way right now and things are dragging you down, maybe you need to see a professional, or maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you need to get around some people who make you feel good about yourself, or do what I do. Take a couple hours at the end of the night and watch something that allows you to escape. And, don't watch something that's going to bring you down. Don't watch something that is super heavy if that's where you're feeling. Watch a comedy, watch a romantic comedy. It doesn't matter. Just do something to give yourself a little bit of a break and to be able to refresh and hit the reset button. That's important. I used to do that with drinking. Drinking used to really, it was like a reset button for me, but also it came with, negative aspects where I would feel hungover the next day, or I would feel down and depressed. So it has that dark side to it. So find a healthy way to express yourself and to reset and get around people who make you feel good and do things that make you feel good, because that's going to just carry forward and bring with it positive momentum and motion forward. There are plenty of ways to look into doing this for yourself, but I just really wanted to talk very quickly today about the importance of it, the importance of self-love, give a couple examples, give you something to think about, something to chew on when you're in the studio, or when you're waking up in the morning, or when you're going to bed at night, whatever part of the day is like the most difficult for you or the darkest for you. This is an opportunity for you to, like you would do with a gratitude practice, do a self-love practice. Because I think the more you do it, the stronger that muscle becomes, and it's just going to bleed over into other aspects of your life, and it's just going to make your art game and your life stronger. So hopefully you've liked this episode. If you haven't yet gotten a chance to give me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you are, pop on over there and just, give it a 5-star review if you like it. You don't have to do a writing. You can just click on the stars, and I really appreciate the support. I've been getting my end of the year results from Spotify and all that, and it's just been pretty cool. It's been pretty rewarding to see all the people that are listening and engaging, and I actually have quite a few people out there who have listened to the podcast and named it their favorite podcast. So I really am grateful for that. I'm really grateful for everybody listening and coming here every week and spending your time with me. So thank you for that, and look forward to bringing you some more episodes. We're getting close to the end of the year here. I know everybody's getting ready to spend some time with the family, and they're in a rush, and they're, buying gifts and getting caught up in the whirlwind that is the holidays. So take some time for yourself. Take some time to get centered and show yourself some love first, and it will carry on over to everything else that you're doing. Thank you for listening. Keep creating. Be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.
I will think of you every step of the way.
Oh, God, you willikers, look at the time. I simply must skedaddle. Toodaloo, I'll catch you all on the flip-flop.
But I wasn't finished.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.